Vikings, let's win this game. Skol!
Attention fans, the latest updates on the Minnesota Vikings are just out. First up, unraveling the latest buzz. Kevin O'Connell has stepped back from a pivotal preseason comment, reigniting fiery debates around our offensive line. Next, spotlight on a dazzling rookie who's making waves and turning heads, even among the seasoned pros. He's been hailed as one of the top 10 rookie fits, truly a game-changer for our expectations. And we're just getting started. Dive into some bold moves as Kevin O'Connell and Mark Wilf tackle the NFL's jaw-dropping decision about an unprecedented schedule. Yes, Vikings are set to play back-to-back games on European soil. And there's more. Catching the internal pulse, players are voicing mixed feelings about this international schedule. One of our team stars isn't shy about his discontent with the doubleheader overseas. Could this sentiment echo throughout the locker room? Don't miss out on these explosive details and passionate analyses that only a true Vikings fan would appreciate. Welcome. Show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. Starting with the first news piece focusing on the impact of Kevin O'Connell's remarks about our offensive line and the recent actions stemming from it. Who would have thought that words spoken in a moment of frustration could define an offseason? Yes, friends, we are talking about the repercussions of Kevin O'Connell's statements following a painful playoff defeat against the Rams. A comment that echoed throughout the organization and brought us to a crucial point: a complete overhaul of the offensive line. Kevin O'Connell, our head coach, didn't mince words when highlighting the gaps we needed to fill to better protect the quarterback. With stars like Justin Jefferson waiting for precise passes, the urgency for a solid internal pocket became the priority. And so began the Vikings' major off-season movement. The journey kicked off with the signing of renowned center Ryan Kelly, closely followed by the addition of Will Freeze as right guard, both lured with generous contracts reflecting our serious intentions. And the final touch? The selection of Donovan Jackson with the 24th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. A promising young player poised to be a giant among giants. But the road here wasn't easy. O'Connell's comment post-defeat was a reflection of the unsatisfactory performance of our line during a critical game. The relentless pressure from Los Angeles' defense on Sam Darnold, repeatedly putting him in check, revealed weaknesses we could no longer overlook. As a result, this offseason turned into a massive strengthening mission. With Christian Darrisaw missing for a significant part of the season, our left side suffered, and it was in this context that Kevin acknowledged the need for strategic reform. Now, with the incorporation of top talents, there's new hope. Expectations are high, and the pressure for performance to match the investment is enormous. Kevin's late acknowledgement of the fight and dedication of players like Cam Robinson and Blake Brandel during critical periods only reinforces our commitment to move forward with a formidable offensive line. This rebuild not only reflects a direct response to criticism, but also a decisive strategy for the upcoming season. Just imagine the robust protection J.J. McCarthy will have, something Darnold rarely experienced. If all goes as planned, O'Connell won't have to defend his offensive line, but can instead celebrate its victories. Attention, because what comes next will surely delight all fans. Donovan Jackson, the rookie who just made it to the top 10 rookie fits in the NFL, according to CBS Sports. Yes, you heard that right. Amidst renovations and heightened expectations, Jackson emerges as a well-calculated decision that could turn the tide for us. Opting for a guard was on the radar of many fans, but many had their bets on a different name. However, the selection of Jackson brings an intriguing twist to our offensive scheme. From his high school days, this player proved he's not just another one on the field. He's a born leader with a special ability to protect his quarterback with impressive efficiency. During his 3 years at Ohio State, Jackson was a fortress. Allowing just 23 total pressures, he proved not only reliable but essential for backfield security. And when needed, he even took on the left tackle role with capabilities that exceeded expectations, showcasing his impressive versatility. This kind of performance and rapid adaptation are exactly what the Vikings needed as we enter the J.J. McCarthy era. Integrating Jackson between Christian Darrisaw and Ryan Kelly creates synergy that, we hope, not only solidifies the interior of our line, but elevates the entire team's performance. The media weren't the only ones to notice Jackson's potential. The decision to place him as the 24th pick in the draft shows confidence and strategic vision. After all, it's been 37 years since the Vikings picked a guard in the first round of the draft. This shows how committed we are to rebuilding and fortifying our offensive line to face the toughest NFL defenses. Chris Trapasso, ranking him among the best rookies, pointed out that this was precisely what was missing for Kirk Cousins, and later, Sam Darnold, to play more comfortably. The expectation now is that with more time and less pressure, our quarterbacks can fully utilize our receivers, enhancing plays that were previously limited by opposing pressure. Responding to the longings of many fans and years of frustrating offensive lines, the arrival of Jackson, alongside Kelly and Fries, finally puts us on par with the NFL's elite offensive lines, capable of dominating in attack and ensuring our competitiveness. And as this new era in the offensive line is celebrated, there are more thrills ahead with decisions that have impacted the strategy for upcoming matches. We continue our journey through exciting news with this update that really shakes things up. The Vikings are gearing up to make NFL history with a sequence of international games that promise to be unforgettable. A decision that is as historic as it is bold. For the first time in the NFL, a team will play 2 consecutive international games, and not just anywhere, but in vibrant Dublin and classic London. Yes, friends, the Vikings are gearing up to not only compete, but also to charm fans across the sea, on a European tour that could be a defining marker for the 2025 season. The first matchup will be against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin. Just imagine, the first NFL game in Ireland, and it's the Vikings who have the honor of premiering in this setting. Head coach Kevin O'Connell expressed great enthusiasm, seeing this unique opportunity not just as a game, but as a chance to strengthen the team's spirit in a totally different atmosphere. I'm certainly looking at this as a genuine great opportunity. It's one thing to play in some of these international opportunities that the NFL has done such a great job organizing, but to be the first in such a wonderful place like Dublin, with such a great sports culture, a great venue in Croke Park, and over 82,000 fans, O'Connell told international reporters via Vikings.com on Tuesday. A week later, without rest for the players, the team heads to the next game in London to face the Cleveland Browns. London, of course, is already familiar to the Vikings, thanks to memories from previous victories against opponents like the Jets and the Saints. The familiarity can be an advantage, transforming what could be a hostile field into something that approximates a home environment, thanks to the affection of British fans. This international sequence is a dream for any franchise. However, it also presents logistical and physical challenges, like dealing with long travels and maintaining high performance away from home. Coach O'Connell saw this as an intensified training camp, using it to strengthen camaraderie and focus on building an even stronger team culture. This 2-game trip gives us an unbelievable opportunity to take our team on the road, to get away from many of the day-to-day things that may be pulling players in any other direction, O'Connell said. The reaction from the board, with owner Mark Wilf at the forefront, was also fully supportive, seeing these games as a way to expand the international fan base of the Vikings and solidify the global brand. Wilf emphasized the honor of participating in the first NFL game in Dublin, an event that promises to be electric. Doing this against a storied franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers adds a unique challenge that makes this even more special. We are honored to have been selected for this historic game, and are eager to see what promises to be an electric game day at Croke Park, concluded Wilf. The Vikings' first game in London in 2013 was a 34-27 victory against the Steelers, and Minnesota also defeated the Browns 33-16 in the 2017 London game. Minnesota also beat the New Orleans Saints 28-25 in the 2022 London game. As anticipation for these games grows, we cannot ignore the challenges such a schedule imposes. Adapting to the time zone and managing physical wear will be crucial. But if the team overcomes these obstacles, the benefits of bringing the team even closer together and gaining international support could give the Vikings a unique advantage during the season. The question remains, how will this affect the team's morale and performance? We don't have to wait long to find out, as we're already seeing interesting reactions from the team itself. While some fans and the Vikings organization are celebrating a historic international journey, not everyone shares the same excitement. Yes, we're talking about the stars who make everything happen on the field, the players. A recent comment from Jonathan Greenard, our star pass rusher, raised eyebrows and may be indicative of how other players feel about this new European adventure. On the surface, the international schedule seems like an incredible opportunity to win new fans and expand the Vikings' global influence. However, Greenard subtly expressed skepticism with a headshake in an Instagram post announcing the international games. This small act might seem insignificant to some, but it carries significant weight. It reveals possible concern or discontent that could be brewing within the locker room. These games not only mean an opportunity to shine on an international stage, but also represent a considerable logistical and personal challenge. Being away from home for an extended period is no small task, especially for players with families who might not be able to follow along. Considering the physical and emotional wear that extensive travels can entail, Greenard's concern is understandable. Additionally, adapting to the time zone and maintaining a consistent training and preparation routine in a foreign environment are additional challenges. These factors can directly influence performance on the field, something any professional player takes seriously. Despite these concerns, as previously seen, Vikings leadership and most of the coaching staff see these games as an opportunity to strengthen team spirit and resilience. The perspective is that overcoming these challenges together can be a potent, unifying force. Now, it remains to be seen how the players will react and adapt to these new challenges. Will the international experience translate into success on the field, or will concerns like those of Greenard prevail? The answer to these questions will be crucial to understanding how the Vikings season will unfold after this international chapter. What a day! Today we saw how a simple comment from O'Connell could start a revolution in the offensive line, with the arrival of Donovan Jackson promising to reinforce not just the physical space on the field, but also the team's strength. Then, we dove into the historic decision to play 2 consecutive games in European lands, a challenge that, despite being exciting, raises pertinent questions about the well-being and performance of the players. What's your take, Vikings fan, on these 2 games in Dublin and London? Do you see it as a positive or a negative? Don't forget to share this video, leave your comments, and subscribe to the channel to receive all the latest news about the Minnesota Vikings. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go!